Level 1, Primitive Civilization. This is the very beginning of human society. At this stage, people live as nomadic hunter-gatherers, relying on nature for food, shelter, and survival. They use basic stone tools, fire, and animal skins for protection against the elements. There's no writing, no permanent homes, and no concept of government as we know it. Knowledge is passed down orally through myths, songs, and stories. Spirituality and animism dominate their understanding of the world. They believe in spirits, nature gods, and omens. Social groups are small, usually tribes or clans, with leadership based on strength or age. Conflict is often over land, food, or resources. These societies are highly vulnerable to environmental changes. But they also lay the foundation for everything that comes next. Level 2, Agricultural Civilization. The discovery of farming changes everything. People begin to settle in one place, grow crops, and domesticate animals. Villages evolve into cities, and food surplus allows for population growth and specialized jobs. Writing systems develop, first for trade and food records, then for literature and laws. Religion becomes more organized, often tied to the cycles of agriculture. Governments form, led by kings or priests who claim divine authority. Monumental buildings like temples, pyramids, and city walls rise. Trade routes connect distant cultures, and knowledge begins to spread. Early civilizations like Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Indus Valley emerge. This level marks the birth of human history as we know it. Level 3, Industrial Civilization. With the Industrial Revolution, the pace of change accelerates dramatically. Steam engines, factories, and machines transform the way people live and work. Rural populations flood into growing cities in search of jobs. Mass production leads to cheaper goods, but also pollution, poor working conditions, and social unrest. Coal, oil, and steel become the backbone of powerful economies. Transportation is revolutionized with trains, steamships, and eventually cars. Education expands, science advances, and medicine improves. Empires expand across the globe, driven by industrial might and colonial ambitions. This level sets the stage for the modern world, but also the problems of climate change and inequality. Human impact on the planet becomes massive. Level 4, Technological Civilization. Electricity powers nearly every part of life, from homes and factories to entire cities. The internet connects billions of people in real time, shrinking the world and revolutionizing communication. Artificial intelligence, robotics, and advanced computing reshape how we work, think, and interact. Space exploration becomes a serious endeavor, with humans reaching the moon and machines traveling to distant planets. Medicine leaps forward, allowing people to live longer and fight once deadly diseases. Nations are more interconnected than ever, but global issues like cyber warfare, pandemics, and climate change grow. Economic power shifts from heavy industry to digital technology and information. Entertainment, education, and politics are transformed by screens and algorithms. This level sees humanity reach incredible heights, but also face complex new threats. We're living in this phase right now. Level 5, Spacefaring Civilization. A civilization at this stage has the ability to travel beyond its home planet consistently and effectively. They've established permanent settlements in space, on moons, planets, or massive orbital stations. Resources from asteroids and other celestial bodies are mined and used to sustain life or power technology. Space travel becomes as routine as air travel is today, connecting colonies across the solar system. Governments or corporate entities may expand their influence into space, creating interplanetary laws and alliances. New cultures, economies, and political systems emerge beyond Earth. Energy from the sun or fusion reactors powers entire cities. Communication is instantaneous across planets through quantum or laser-based networks. The civilization begins to think on a planetary and interplanetary scale. Earth is no longer the center, it's just one part of a much larger network. Level 6, Stellar Civilization. this level refers to civilizations that can fully harness the energy of their star, often through a structure like a Dyson sphere, a hypothetical megastructure that surrounds a star to capture its power. They can travel freely between solar systems, colonizing new worlds and possibly terraforming planets to suit human life. With vast energy reserves, they eliminate scarcity, food, water, and shelter are universally available. Diseases are nearly eradicated, and biological limitations may be overcome through advanced science and genetic engineering. Wars between planets or factions may still exist, but on a much grander scale. Artificial intelligence and post-human entities may play major roles in governance and innovation. Their understanding of physics, matter, and consciousness surpasses modern science by centuries. Cultural exchange between species or civilizations may begin if alien life is encountered. The civilization now exists on a galactic stage. Level 7, Galactic Civilization. At this point, the civilization spans the entire galaxy. It travels faster than the speed of light or uses wormholes and other exotic technologies to bridge vast distances. Every star system within their galaxy may host intelligent life or outposts. Information, ideas, and energy move seamlessly between distant corners of the galaxy. Civilizations might merge into a united galactic federation, or exist in a delicate balance of power. This level requires mastery over massive energy sources, quantum mechanics, and possibly the manipulation of spacetime. Biological life may now be integrated with machines, forming hybrid beings or digital consciousness. History, language, and culture evolve into something unimaginable to present-day humans. The galaxy is no longer a frontier, it is home. Time is measured in millennia, and the fate of billions of species depends on decisions made by this civilization. Level 8, Universal Civilization. This civilization controls energy and matter on a universal scale. It can manipulate stars, black holes, and the very fabric of the cosmos. Space and time are tools to them. They might travel through time, create new universes, or reshape physical laws. They may no longer exist in physical form, instead becoming pure energy, data, or consciousness. The universe is mapped, understood, and possibly even redesigned in parts. They've likely encountered or merged with other universal civilizations, if they exist. The concepts of death, identity, and limitation have been fundamentally altered. Their science is indistinguishable from what we might call magic. They've transcended the need for planets, bodies, or even stars. They exist everywhere and nowhere, watching the unfolding of existence like a painter viewing their canvas. Level 9, Multiversal Civilization. This stage breaks into the realm of science fiction, or perhaps future fact. These beings move across multiple universes, each with its own laws of physics and reality. They explore or influence alternate timelines, dimensions, and possible realities. They may have created new universes or simulations indistinguishable from reality. Each universe becomes a lab, a home, or a playground. Time is fluid, they could rewrite histories or foresee countless futures. Such civilizations may be impossible to detect or comprehend by lesser beings. They communicate not through language, but through patterns in spacetime or consciousness. They may guide the development of other universes, or leave them untouched. To us, they would be gods, but to themselves, they are just explorers in an infinite sea. Level 10, Transcendent Civilization. At this final level, the civilization becomes something beyond all physical comprehension. It might exist as pure thought, energy, or a unified field of awareness. It no longer needs planets, stars, or even universes to exist. It could dwell in the substrate of reality itself, or become reality. These beings may have created the multiverse or be the product of it. Time, space, matter, and consciousness are unified in a way we cannot describe. They may influence all of existence through intention alone. They are eternal, all-knowing, and omnipresent. Whether such a state is achievable or even definable is unknown, but it remains the final horizon of intelligent evolution.